Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you are new to me, it's the first time you're seeing my face. Hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's gonna be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in, the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my October TBR. I cannot believe it's already October. This year's almost over. I'm nowhere near where I need to be for my goals. This year kicked my ass. And it's because I have gigantic TBRs and I never complete them. And this month is no fucking different, because did you expect anything else from me? I mean, really, guys. It's kind of my thing now. Really big ass TBRs I never finish. It's in my DNA. What can I say? But this is my October TBR. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking some books. And yes, if you're wondering, I got a new thermos just for the spooky season, and it says, "Move over, hot girl summer. It's spooky bitch season." Because it is. And this TBR reflects that through and through. I'm very, very proud of this TBR because this is my favorite season. I love spooky shit. I love reading about spooky shit. The nights are starting to get cooler. The days are starting to get a little chillier. The leaves are starting to slowly turn. I'm just, This is my happy time. This is my happy time, and I'm so excited. So let's just dive right in. This will be broken down into categories just like all my other TBRs to kind of help keep it organized. So my first category is carryovers from last month. Now, I actually have 4 carryovers, but I've already read one. I finished it in a day. I started October 1st, and I finished this fucker October 1st. So the first one that was on my TBR was Kinky Wolf by A.D. Award. This is the 3rd installment to the Alpha Wolves Want Curve series, and I read this in one fucking sitting. It read super fast. I had a great time with it, and I will discuss it in my wrap-up, but I'm already one book down. Ha ha. See? Things are changing. This is my time, guys. It is. It's my time. The next book that I have currently started, and I'm almost done with too, because it reads super fast, is Making a Play by Abby Glines. This is the 5th installment to the Field Party series, which is a young adult high school football romance series. And I've been slowly but surely making my way through these. I've had such a good time with this series. I love the way Abby Glines writes really heavy, serious, dark topics, but yet she always emphasizes the brighter side of it. And even though we are getting the spooky season and I like that spooky vibe and I want that fear factor and everything, sometimes you just need that breath of fresh air and that little light to kind of get you through. I mean, every horror film, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Well, maybe not all of them. I watch some really creepy horror films. Yeah. But anyway, I'm really, really excited about this. I'm already enjoying it very, very much. I had no doubt that I would be enjoying this, so you will hear about this in my wrap-up because I'm almost done with this one as well. I'm on a roll, guys. Look at that. Holy shit, I might be back. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The next book that is on the carryover palette is Game of Gods by Scarlett St. Clair. Yes, this is the 3rd TBR you're seeing this on. And I'm okay with that because I know I'm going to love this book. I know as soon as I go into it, I'm going to eat it up. And it will get read before the next installment comes out. Like, that's just, it has to be. Even if I'm reading it like the day before the next installment comes out, I'm still going to do it because Scarlett St. Clair is one of my favorite authors and I would really like to complete this series. This is Game of Malice, which is Persephone's perspective of the Touch of Darkness series, 3rd book. This is Hades' 3rd book, so it's Touch of Malice from Hades' perspective. I love this dual nature of this series, and I'm really, really looking forward to a Touch of Chaos where we combine both series and we get both POVs in the same book. But I still really am having a good time just reading Hades' perspective of what has already transpired, because Scarlett St. Clair doesn't just regurgitate the information, but she layers and layers and layers upon it to make it feel like it's still brand new and fresh, even though I've already read it before. I really enjoy this series, and I know I'm gonna have a good time with this one as soon as I pick it up. The last and final carryover is something that I have already started because I'm doing a vlog, so I kind of do my vlog books when I actually have time, because I had to physically film myself reading, and last month was just epically bad for sitting down and being able to film reading, because I was so fucking busy all the time and I was never alone. But I did get a few bits and pieces filmed, so it is technically started, so it is a carryover, and that is Sarah J. Maas's House of Sky and Breath. This is the second installment to the Crescent City series. I have a full book review for the first one. I'll link it up here in the corner if you'd like to go check it out. But I'll be doing a full vlog on this one because it was requested, and one of my followers reminded me that I hadn't done it yet. So I did start it last month, and I will be continuing with it this month, and hopefully the vlog will be up by the end of this month. Fingers crossed. That is the goal. I have lots of goals. I never seem to accomplish them because I have big aspirations and little follow through. I'm working on it. Okay? Working on it. Those are all my carryover books. So far I'm doing pretty good, so I'm really, really excited about that. My next category is read-alongs. I only have the one read-along that I'm doing this month. It is my ABCs of Love read-along that I do with Jen over the Book Refuge, and we are almost done. Almost done. Unfortunately, in October, we do have 3 books to read, and they are Tempted by Renee Harless, Urgent by Ember Dante, and Virtuous by E.M. Shu. These are the 3 that we'll be reading for October's installment, and right now we do not have a date set. September's installments are actually being pushed back to this coming Friday, October 6th at 7:30 on my channel. So that's when we'll talk about those 2 books. So please pop in and check us out for that. If you did read those 2 books, life gets in the way, just how it is. And that's when we'll discuss those 2 books. And then we'll probably figure out the date and time during that live show or prior to it and announce it then so we know for these 3 books. However, Tempted is an age gap, best friend's child, small town musician hero. So a lot of shit. Urgent is Mafia, boss's daughter, undercover. This is the one that I'm probably the most excited about out of these 3 because it's Mafia, and we all know I love a good Mafia. And me and Jen are probably gonna, if she likes it, it's gonna be a good time. If she doesn't, we gonna be some bitchins. We're gonna be some bitches and bitching about how you fucked up some Mafia shit. Like, how do you fuck up Mafia? Virtuoso by E.M. Shu, or Virtuous, not Virtuoso, Virtuous, is first in a series, and it is a teacher-student first time. I'm excited about this one because of the first time experience. It's one of those things I tend to look for in romance books, and I'm very, very judgmental about it, and I like to critique it because it's important to me. I have a full recommendation video of some of my favorite first times in books, and I will link it here if you guys want to go check it out if you have not seen it yet. And I kind of go into depth of why I talk about first times so much because they're important to me. But these are the 3 for the ABCs of Love read-along. Again, we do not have a live show date planned for these 3. However, September's 2 books will be this coming Friday, October 6th at 7:30 on my channel. And it will be linked back up here when it gets filmed. So if you're seeing this afterwards, you can just click up here and take a look. So awesome party. But it's kind of a crapshoot with these books now. I have no fucking idea what I'm expecting. I was really in the beginning, I was so excited, but now some of them are just like, oh fuck, I gotta read this shit now. God damn it, fuck. But it's almost done, guys, and I will have completed the entire alphabet of reading by the end of the year. So that's one goal that I literally have completed. So yay. The next category is author requested. I was requested and put on Ella Jacobs' ARC team for her newest book, which is not part of Yours to Keep series. This is a whole new series. I don't know I can't remember if it's going to be a series or if it's just a standalone, but this is In His Cage by Ella Jacobs. As far as she has told me, there is no connective pieces to this one to her previous series, so it is standalone on its own for that matter. And this is a millionaire BDSM captive kind of romance, and I'm really excited because this girl can do BDSM really, really well. So I'm excited about this one. I'm excited. I've already seen a lot of teasers about this. I'm really excited. So you'll be seeing a full book review on this guy because it's part of the deal. And I'm really, really excited to be part of this. I have so far reviewed every single one of Ella Jacobs' books. She's kind of, like one of the, I have a couple authors that I've been there from the beginning and we're just kind of going through the journey together, and she's one of them. And I absolutely adore this feeling. I think it's great to be part of this little kind of group and community that she's created with her books and kind of been there on the ground floor. So I'm really looking forward to this one and very excited to do a full review on it. And even if it's a 3-star, I know I'm still gonna have a good time with it because I love the way this one writes. She writes an intensity that unnerves me, and she makes me want to feel awkward and like uneasy. I want that feeling from her, and I really, really, I don't want to guarantee I get it, but I hope I do. I hope I do because she does it really, really fucking well. Okay, so for my book clubs, my Red Witch and Bitchin' book club, it's actually my month to pick. And I picked a book that I already read. So to make things easier for me. But it's actually a book that was recommended by one of my viewers, and that is Ring Around the Rosie by L.A. Fior and Anthony Duane. I will have a full book review on that up very, very soon. It is in the process of being filmed, and actually I'm writing it up right now, and then I have to film it. So there will be a full book review on it, but I had such a good time with it that I decided to recommend it to my book club and pass it along because I think it's perfect for the spooky season and it's got some good smut in it. So 2 thumbs, way up. So that's awesome. I'm very excited about that, but you will see a full book review on this one as it was one of my TBR recommendation books that I read last month and I did complete. So keep your eyes peeled for that video. I'll have it linked in the down box below when it goes up so you can check it out if you so like to. But yeah, it's going to be there, but I did want to pass it along because I think they're going to have a good time with it. For sure. Definitely. But my other book club that I do have a book to read for is my Black Hat Book Coven book club. This is with Becky over at Beckx Reads, Laura from A Book Circus, and Kaylani at Kaylani Simply Me. They'll have them linked down in the down box below. We got together and we read witchy books. That's kind of our thing. It's just witchy books. And the book for this month is Slewfoot, A Tale of Bewitchery by Bram. Looks like this. I have one book by Bram and it is... it's not Dracula. Is it Dracula? I can't remember. I'll put it here. I can't remember the title of it exactly. I thought it was a Christmas one. Krampus. It's Krampus. It's right here. I have this book by him and I haven't read it yet. But this is the one that we're reading for the book club and everyone's really excited about it. Everybody's excited about this book. So I'm just kind of jumping on the bandwagon and being excited about it too. Yeah, for sure. So I know nothing about this book. Absolutely fuck all. Nothing. So we will find the fuck out what it's about. I just know it has something to do with witches. So this ought to be interesting. And the live show for it is, I want to say it's the 20. It's right here on the card. I don't remember off the top of my head what day the live show is, but it's right here in our little like card thing here. So definitely pop in and take a look at it while we talk about the books. We have a good time. We have a good time. There's a lot of shenanigans sometimes on our live shows, like things just fall and people pop up and throw shit at people. It's fucking great. It's a great time. You never know what we're gonna get. So as that is all my big categories. All the rest of the books I have are my free reading that I'm looking forward to picking up, and this is what I'm kind of feeling. I'm not guaranteeing to pick up all of these. I guarantee you I probably won't, but this is what kind of is drawing me because of the season and everything. And the first one I have is Dark Things I Adore by Katie Lettieri. When I bought this book, I got the Are You Afraid of the Dark feel. Like that was the feel that I got from it. And I'm still pumped about it. Like as soon as I was picking up this TBR, I'm like, this was the one of the books I immediately ran and grabbed. I didn't have to think about. I knew I wanted for this TBR because I've been kind of waiting for the right season to read it, and I think this is the right one. In 1988, a group of outcasts gather at a small, prestigious art camp nestled in the Maine woods. They're painters, bright, hopeful, teeming with potential, but secrets and dark ambitions rise like smoke from a campfire, and the truths they tell come back to haunt them in ways more deadly than they dreamed. 2 witnesses in 2018, esteemed art professor Max Durant arrives at his protege's remote home to view her graduate thesis collection. He knows Audra is beautiful and brilliant. He knows being invited into her private world is a rare gift, but he doesn't know that Audra has engineered every aspect of their weekend together, every detail, every conversation. Audra has woven a perfect web, and then there is one dead in the trees. Only Audra knows what happened that summer in 1988, Max's secret and the dark things that followed, and even though it won't be easy, Audra knows someone must pay. Yeah, sounds fucking dope. Sounds dope still. So definitely excited about this one. I hope I do get to it because it was one of the first books I put on this list before I even knew. When I was building this list, it was one of the first ones I'm like, I have to have this book on that list. The next one is another one that I was like, perfect time for it, let's go for it. And this is the Helm of Midnight, Evil Blooms in Darkness This is the 5 Penalties Book 1. And this, I believe, is about a death mask that gets stolen and goes around murdering people. Like, the spirit comes back from the death mask and it's murdering people. And I'm just like, well, that sounds fucking cool as shit. It's Halloween. Let's fucking do this crap. And I love a good spooky tale. Legendary serial killer stalks the streets of a city shrouded in darkness and secrets in the stunning first novel in a new trilogy from the acclaimed author Marina Lostetter. In a daring and deadly heist, thieves had made way with an artifact of terrible power. The death mask of Louis Charbon, made by a master craftsman, is imbued with the spirit of the monster from history and a serial murderer who terrorized the city. Now Charbon is loose once more, killing from beyond the grave, but these murders are different from before. Not simple, random, but work of a deliberate mind probing for answers to a sinister question. Yeah. Sign me the fuck up. Yes. That sounds awesome. The next one that also kind of piqued my interest was Our Hideous Progeny by C.E. McGill. This is a Dr. Frankenstein retelling. And when it's spooky season, I have to do something classic related, classic horror story related. So, you know, it's perfect. If not the monster who you must fear, but the monster it makes of men. Mary is the great niece of Victor Frankenstein. She knows her great uncle disappeared under mysterious circumstances in the Arctic, but she doesn't know why or how. The 1850s are a time of discovery and London's ablaze with the latest scientific theories and debates, especially when a spectacular new exhibition of dinosaur sculptures opens at the Crystal Palace. Mary is keen to make her name in this world of science alongside her geologist husband Henry, but despite her sharp mind and sharper tongue, without wealth and connections, their options are limited. When Mary discovers some old family papers and allude to the shocking truth behind her great uncle's past, she thinks she may have found the key to securing her and Henry's professional and financial future. Their quest takes them to the wilds of Scotland, to Henry's intriguing but reclusive sister Maisie, and to the deadly chase with a rival who is out to steal their secrets. Yeah. Sounds dope. As fuck. Frankenstein retelling. Oh, by the way, it's also queer. A queer feminist masterpiece inspired by Mary Shelley's classic C.E. McGill's Our Hideous Progeny is a sumptuous tale of ambition and obsession, of forbidden love and sabotage, and a twisty gothic adventure that may forever change your view on human nature. Fuck yes! Sign me the fuck up. Thank you. Yeah, that looks awesome. Another one that caught my eye is Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas. This is one of my Book of the Month books. Vampires and vaqueros face off in the Texas-Mexico border in the supernatural western from the author of The Hacienda. I also have The Hacienda and I have not read it, but Halloween, vampires, it makes sense, okay? That's why this is jumping out at me, and I figured let's get some of my Book of the Month books read because I have a whole shelf that I have yet to touch. So let's just do this. And the last book I am kind of debating on and I'm having feelings on is this little guy. This is a Spindle Splintered by Alex E. Harrow. I read Once a Future Riches by Alex E. Harrow and I really, really enjoyed it. I love that book and I definitely want to be picking up some more from her. And this is really fucking short. So it should work. And this is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but I need to read you the Dust Jacket. I've been reading Dust Jackets all night. I'm sorry, guys. But listen to this. Sleeping Beauty is the worst fairy tale, pretty much any way you slice it. It's aimless and amoral and chauvinistic as shit. Even among the other nerds who majored in folklore, Sleeping Beauty is nobody's favorite. The romantic girls like Beauty and the Beast, vanilla girls like Cinderella, goth girls like Snow White, only dying girls like Sleeping Beauty. I fucking love that. I thought that was great, so I definitely want to try to get to this. It's also super short, and I do have the sequel, so if I do get to it, I'm going to see if maybe I can pick up the sequel as well, another really, really short one. So I might be able to knock this kind of little series off of my series list as well. This month, I'll have a really good time with that. So that is what I'm planning on reading, but because I have no viewer TBR recommendation books left to read, because I'm finally caught up with everybody, I just got to get the reviews out there. So congrats to me, I finally finished them. I'm caught up. Let's just add another one. Yeah, so let's do it. I haven't done this in a while, so here's my little jar of doom, my TBR viewer recommendations. If you are new to me, I have a book request form, book suggestion form down the down box below. It's linked in every single one of my videos. You can go recommend a book to me. I draw it, and if I draw it, I read it, and I give a full book review on it, a full dedicated video. And so far, I've only had one miss. One. Some I could give or take, but only one actual kind of miss, and everything else has been pretty fucking stellar. So you guys are recommending fantastic books, and let's just keep them coming. So I've gotten some new ones lately, so these are a little bit more mixed up now, and let's see what we got. Let's see what we'll be reading. This one. All right. All right, let's get the paperwork. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, she was waiting for this one. She was waiting for this one. This is I Married a Naga by Regina Bell. So this is in the series, the Prime Mating Agency, book number 2. I don't think I have to read book number 1 to understand this. If I am wrong, Becky, please let me know so I know to read the first book first. But this is romance. Tropes are arranged marriage, alien romance. Yes, I've got werewolves, I've got spooky shit, I've got serial killer masks, I got vampires, I got fucking fucked up fairy tales. Let's add some fucking aliens in there. Whew. Exactly, this works great. Awesome. Nodding. Yeah. Yes. We have a sweet hero, character-driven, and slow burn. And this is from Becky over at BeckX Reads, who is in my book club, and she is going to be dying. I know she's probably laughing her ass off watching. So Becky, here it's all you. She's already been on my viewer recommendation review. She recommended another book to me that actually turned out quite well. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this, and I believe this is one of her favorites. If I remember correctly, this is the series that she talks about all the fucking time. So pretty sure she's going to like it. Let's see what final comments she has for it. My favorite of 2022, and I love the sweet devoted hero. Fucking called it. Do I know my bitch or not? Seriously, do I? I do. All right. Well, I'm finally reading it, Becky. Here we go. Again, it looks like this. Let me know, though, if I do need to read book 1 first. If I do, please let me know so I know to pick up both. But yeah, that's my TBR, guys. It's hefty, but do you expect anything less from me? And it's fucking October, so let's have some fun. And I've got some audiobooks in the sitting in the works, so I'll be working on those as well. But yeah, I feel good about this month, guys. I do. I don't feel 100% back, but I feel like I'm much more myself than I was I thought I was last month, but last month just took a dive. But this month, hopefully, will be different. That's what I got for you guys, and I will see you guys all soon with another video. And stay spooky.